everyone, welcome back to my channel Shalini Unwinds. In my previous vlog, I shared my experience in the beautiful hill station of Munnar, and today we will be exploring Alleppey. If you haven't watched my previous vlog, please do. This video is coming a little late, but I'm really excited to finally share my experience with you. So let's get started. Okay, so this was for Munnar, and yeah, we really had a good time in Munnar. This was the view from our room. It was it was mesmerizing. And yeah, so it is the next day, and we are leaving for Alleppey. We stayed for 2 days in Munnar, which was, I think, not enough. At least 3 days is more than enough for to stay and explore Munnar properly. But yeah, we stayed for 2 days, and yeah, last night we couldn't visit the chocolate factory, so we will visit that, and then we'll go ahead for Alleppey. So yeah, stay tuned with us.
Bye for now.
So हम निकल चुके थे हमारे होटल से, and in the entire road we had really good view. And then हमने सोचा let's stop by Makofa Chocolate Factory, which was on our way. So हम वहाँ गए, but unfortunately वो बंद था क्योंकि it starts around 10 AM. So what we thought was कि it's better since we didn't have breakfast in the morning, so we thought let's go and have breakfast in the place nearby, and then maybe later we can come and see the chocolate factory when everything gets open. So हम गए थे breakfast करने के लिए. So breakfast के लिए हम लोगों ने खाया डोसा, इडली, and in fact most of the days, like most of the mornings we had this only for breakfast. And yeah, so हमने वहाँ खाया, and like it took us around half an hour or so. फिर तब तक हमने सोचा कि वहाँ खुल जाएगा, I mean like जो Makofa factory है that will open. So we ate, and then since we were going to have directly lunch, so we had good breakfast. And yeah, and then after having breakfast we went back to Makofa Chocolate Factory, and then while we went back it was all open. So yeah, since Makofa Chocolate Factory is a popular stop in Munnar where every visitors can actually see how handmade chocolates are made. Kerala is known for growing its cocoa along with spices, and over the years small local factories like this started producing artisanal chocolates using local cocoa. Here you can watch the process of chocolate making, from processing the cocoa to molding and packaging the final chocolate. And of course, you also get to taste and buy varieties of freshly made chocolates, which makes it a really fun stop for visitors. So we watched the entire process. He was explaining everything to us, like how it's made, and like आप देख सकते हैं उसमें. And then after that we bought few like packets for like as a souvenir, and as like for our relatives and all we bought, and then yeah, we left that place. And then we left for Alleppey. So while we were going to Alleppey, our it was a 5 hours drive from Munnar to Alleppey. So भैया was explaining to us saying that कि वहाँ पे बहुत सारे pineapple के trees थे. We saw it like rubber trees and pineapple trees. And he said that place, I don't remember in particular, but that place supplies a larger amount of pineapples across India, and in fact in other parts of the world also. So that was it. And then हम Alleppey पहुँच के after 5 hours drive हम direct गए हाउस बोट के लिए, because we really wanted to relax, as in good relaxed. When we think of Kerala, we often imagine coconut trees, calm water, and houseboat floating slowly under the golden sun. But today, I want to tell you something deeper about this place. But before that, let's get everyone settled. So, we are in Alappuzha, popularly known as Aleppi, a town that is not just beautiful but historically powerful, culturally rich, and geographically unique. This isn't just a tourist destination, this is a town that was built around water and because of water. The name Alappuzha comes from Malayali al meaning sea and Puza meaning river. So the name literally means the land between sea and river. And when you come here, you actually understand. One side you have the Arabian Sea, on the other a vast network of rivers, canals and backwaters. During British rule, the name was changed to Aleppi because it was easier for them to pronounce. Even today, most tourists still use the name Aleppi. Many people think Aleppi became important only recently because of tourism, but that's not true. Historical records suggest that the region was active in trade as early as 1st century AD. Traders from Greece, Rome, and the Middle East visited the Kerala coast for spices, coconut products, and rice. Kerala was known as the spice capital of the world, and the water routes like this made transportations easy. So, long before highways and railways, these backwaters were already acting as trade highways. When we see luxury houseboats, we think they were always meant for tourism. No, but these boats were used to transport rice and spices. Only later were they transformed into floating homes for tourists. You see is another interesting place here in the Jawaharlal Nehru Trophy Boat Race Stadium, which is famous for hosting traditional snake boat race. Every year, thousands of people gather here to watch the exciting Nehru Trophy boat race, where along snake boats with dozens of rowers compete in the backwaters. Today, this area is also used for various water sports activities, making it a lively attraction for visitors. Did you know Aleppi was also known as the Venice of the East? In the early 20th century, when Britishers Lord Curzon visited this town, he saw something remarkable. He saw canals running parallel to the roads. He saw boats used like taxis. He saw homes facing water instead of streets. And he called it the Venice of the East. Just like Venice in Italy, Alappuzha life revolved around water. But here, water wasn't luxury, it was daily life. Like me, many of you might be wondering who built the town? What was the vision? So, the modern town of Aleppi that we see today was developed in the 18th century by a visionary administrator named Raja Keshav Das. He was the Diwan of the kingdom. He had a powerful idea to build a port town that would connect inland villages to the sea, making the trade faster and stronger. So he designed a structured canal system to connect storage houses, markets, and farmers through the water routes. These canals were not built for beauty, they were built for survival, for economy, and for growth. Because of his vision, Aleppi became one of the busiest trade centers in Kerala. ओके सो इट वाज ऑलमोस्ट एन आवर और सो हमारे हम बोट राइड करते हुए सो वी वर ऑल हंग्री सो हमें वो वहाँ के लोकल जो साइड में जो होटल रेस्टोरेंट सॉर्ट ऑफ है वहाँ पे हमें लंच के लिए वो लोग स्टॉप किए थे फॉर हाफ एन आवर सो हम वहाँ गए द बेस्ट पार्ट वॉज दैट यू कुड ईट फ्रेश fish from the river. You can choose what fish you want to have. We had prawns and that one fish, I don't remember the name properly, but that was the famous fish from that same river, and it was really tasty. And then you can have the local food like rice and sambar, which you can see rice, sambar, chutney, and in that typical Kerala style, like having it in the banana leaves. So yeah. वहाँ पे एक और छोटी सी एक्टिविटी थी इन विच हम जो ईगल है उसे अपने शोल्डर्स हैंड हेड जहाँ भी हम बैठाना चाहते हैं वी कैन क्लिक पिक्चर सो वी डिड दैट एंड देन हम वापस अपने हाउस बोट पे आ गए बिकॉज हमारा अभी भी 2 आवर्स का मतलब पूरा वो बचा हुआ था आई मीन लाइक दे टेक यू अराउंड द एंटायर वाटर एंड वो कैनाल से भी लेके जाते हैं दे शो यू अराउंड and like it's a really good experience. Basically आप बस you are like letting yourself lose yourself in that place and like just relax and enjoy the environment. Like बहुत अच्छा था. So we really had a good time there. Now the most important thing why everyone is watching this vlog is the cost for the Shikara ride. We took Shikara ride. We didn't book the houseboat and we didn't stay for a night since हम लोग बहुत like मैं तो बहुत like डरती हूँ इन सारी चीज़ों से. So we didn't opt for that. And like मस्किटो वगैरह का भी हो सकता था. We didn't know what could be other possibilities since हमने इतने वीडियोस देखे नहीं थे उसके. So हमने शिकारा राइड बुक किया था which costed us around 3000 for the entire boat. No matter how many people are sitting, वो entire boat का आपको 3000 है. and वो आपको अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 3 मतलब हम 2 बजे बैठे थे और 5 o'clock को वो हमें हमारे स्टॉप पे वापस ड्रॉप कर दिए थे. सो 3 hours हमें पूरा वो बैठ के घुमाता है. एंड 3 hours ऑल्सो इंक्लूड्स जो हाफ एन आवर हमने खाने लंच के लिए लिया था. सो इट वॉज ऑल टुगेदर अ वेरी वेरी गुड एक्सपीरियंस. वहाँ पे जो हम वाटर कैनाल्स के इससे जा रहे थे तो वी कुड सी गुड बिग लाइक hotels also there. So if you want to stay by the river, you can book that also. That is also a good option. We didn't know that, and but when we were exploring we saw that, and like maybe next time when we go we will opt for that. And yeah, most of the tourists who come to visit LFP, they book for the houseboat, which cost around 14,000. It depends on how you're negotiating. 14,000 approximately, and like it can cost more also for luxury ones. They have really good houseboats also. So if someone wants to, they can book that also. Rest Shikara ride was more than enough for us because we had to go on the same day to Kochi. So we opted for Shikara ride and we really had a good time with the family. And yeah, that is it for the Shikara ride.
When you bring out the sunshine in me. And when you bring out the sunshine, the sunshine.
Okay, so when we come here for a simple Shikara ride or for a houseboat ride, we were just floating on waters. No, we were just floating on centuries of history, and we love history. We slowly made our way back. The canals and the houses along the water reminded me of the history of this beautiful place. Life here really moves with the rhythm of water. Before ending our day, we also visited a small place where traditional South Indian saris are made. Watching the weaving process up close was fascinating, seeing how much skills and patience goes into creating each sari. And of course, we couldn't live without trying something Kerala is very famous for. Freshly made banana chips. Kerala bananas have a unique taste, and watching them being sliced and fried right in front of you made it even more special. It wasn't a rush day of ticking off tourist spots. It was more about slowly experiencing the place, the canals, the people, the small local crafts, and the food. And with that peaceful feeling, we finally called it a day in LFP. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. I'll see you soon in my next vlog. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.